Hello, welcome back to class. I'm Temi, the creative director of TCG Fashions. So today I want to, put you through some guidelines and also to show you some tools that you'll be needing. For this female basic cutting and sewing class, I expect everybody to, have some basic tools. But just in case you don't have yours already, the class is to introduce you to them or introduce those tools to you so that you can get them ready, buy them, get them available for use. Have it together, and also to intimate you with some guidelines of the class. One of the guidelines is we encourage diligence, really. I understand that some people here, you're busy, you're a student, you're working, life is busy and there's never a proper time or a good time or a best time to learn anything. You just have to put it into your schedules and just try to find a time. There's never a proper time, there's never a convenient time. It's all about sacrifices. Maybe you need to practice in the night or use your weekend, or maybe when you're back from work at night, instead of going to sleep, just take out time to just read and practice a little. Do you understand? So that's one. Then secondly, please, I beg of you to protect my properties well. This is my sweat and I don't expect it to share it with people. You enrolled and paid for this class. Please, the lessons are for you. If anybody wants to learn, I beg of you to direct them to me to enroll. I believe you. I can count on you for that. Thank you very much. Also, I will encourage you to get a book and pen and document your own notes from what I'm saying. That way, you are writing your own language. You can easily refer to it without having to watch the videos all over again. You can, demarcate your notes, write headings on everything so that if anything is not clear, you can easily flip to that page and read and practice instead of going back to the website to watch the videos all over again. So you can develop your own notes from these lessons. I believe that's clear. Then also, okay, I would like to introduce the tools that we'll be needing to show you the tools. So the first thing is your tape rule. Some people call it tape measure. It is the same thing. In Nigeria, this is the type that we use. So it doesn't matter the part of country you are watching me from, you should also have a tape rule there. It might not look exactly like this, but the function is to take measurement. So whatever I will do to this or with this is exactly what you will use, whatever you can find in your own country to do. Just take measurements, divide the way I will divide this one, you will get the same results. And the tape measure has two sides. The centimeter side, the tiny side, and the inches side. Don't worry, there's a class on how to read tape measure. There's a class for that, but this is just to introduce a tool. So for this class, we're using the inches side. This is a freehand cutting class. Are you with me? So it is not as if one side is superior to the other. Don't let anybody bubble you. It depends on the kind of method of sewing you're using and whether you are following freehand cutting or you are following pattern making cutting. This class is freehand. We have freehand classes, we have pattern making classes. Whatever method you desire to learn, TCG is here for you. Whichever method you can learn and be good at cutting and sewing. Do you understand? Okay, so this is tape rule, tape measure. The second thing you will need is you'll be needing scissors. I will beg you to get two scissors. You will need one to be cutting your paper, then one strictly for fabric. If you interchange them, you get your scissors to be blunt. And once it's blunt, it is quite frustrating to cut your fabric with a blunt scissors. So please get two scissors, one to be dedicated for fabric, one for paper. The colors can demarcate, or you can still write it on it so that in case anybody comes to your store or to your office, they don't use your paper scissors to cut fabric or the other way around. So you also need you need ruler. I will advise you get this kind of ruler. This one is 24 inches, 60 centimeter. It is a bit long. At least it can go from shoulder to average hip in case you are cutting on dress. Maybe you are doing something that requires a long length. This will help you not to have breakage in between the lines. You can just rule at a go. So get this type if you can. There is also a wooden type. So far the edge is straight, it is a ruler. A ruler has a straight edge and a straight. So whether it is metal, plastic or wooden, just get a ruler. So I have here Okay, I also have a plastic one, but it's not here. So, ruler. Then you can get your curved tools. These are curved tools. For freehand cutting, you can do without curved tools. But you can get them, they make your work easier. Do you understand? You can, in case you don't have or you cannot get right now, don't let your heart be troubled. We are in this together, and don't worry, I will teach you how to do it without it. But if you can get, it makes your work easier. Do you understand the balance? So we call this pattern master. We call this French curve, your hammer curve. Then this is your hip curve or leg curve. You can also use this one to curve your neckline, armhole, or any other curved part of the body. Do you understand? So you can get in your local store in your area, or you can order online. I will let you guys know when I start selling, but for now you can check online stores for them. Just type maybe French curve or curved tools. You see pictures, then you can select the ones you want to buy. So also we're using our tracing wheel. This is used to trace, we'll be working with paper. I believe this is a basic class, and a lot of people that are here, I believe they are new to sewing. So even though it's a freehand cutting class, I will still be using paper to illustrate the cutting, so that you master how to use paper. Paper is cheaper. If there's any mistake, you can adjust on paper before you proceed to doing your work on fabric directly. Do you understand? So it is not a pattern drafting class. We are only cutting on paper. Okay, the difference is clear. So you need this to trace your darts or other lines. So you also need a seam ripper. Since this is a sewing class, you'll be stitching, you can make mistakes. The mistakes are normal. That's how we learn. So in case you make mistakes and you have to loosen the seam, don't go and be using pen or blade or tear the clothes. No, this is professional. It's safer for you and for the fabric. So seam ripper, you can get in the market or online. Seam ripper, it came in a set. This buyer's tape set. So this came in that set for me. So you also need thread, different colors of thread depending on the color of fabric you're working with. You should document your lessons. So you'll be needing a pen and a book. So you need a book, pen. For the cutting on paper, you will need pencil. I would advise you get a dark, maybe HB, or maybe a pencil that is dark. Don't use the light dark pencil. Just get a pencil that is dark so that I can see your lines in the pictures or in the videos. I will be using marker, but for you, don't use marker. In case you make mistakes, you can correct when you're using a pencil. If you use biro or marker, your paper will look rough and it can be discouraging. So for beginners, use pencil. Even professionals, if you are working with paper, we use pencil. I'm only using marker because I want you to see my lines, the lines I'll be making. Then you also need to get eraser and sharpener. Are you with me? Then what else? Then you need paper. You will need as many as possible. Are we together? You need brown paper or maybe white, just paper, light paper. Cardboard, you can use cardboard. You can use cardboard. And for those that are diaspora, you can use those paper. My students, some of them use, I don't know what you guys call it over there. It's brown, but then they use it to wrap goods and all. So it's brown and it's a bit thin. So they use that. Just use paper, but ensure that the paper is not rumpled. If it's rumpled, you can press it with your iron. Are you with me? So paper, you need as many as possible. Then for practice, you need your fabric. I advise you get a lightweight fabric. There's one they call calico. Some call it teru. In Lagos market, you can ask for teru, T-E-R-U, or calico. Or you can just get there and look for a lightweight fabric. Don't buy black. If you use black as a beginner, if you make errors, make mistakes, I won't know. So this light colored and lightweight actually, light colored fabrics, it allows me to see your stitching lines. That way I can correct it, I can help you to improve. So calico comes in off-white or white color. So you can get calico, and in case you can't find calico wherever you are, you can also get any other fabric that is not so expensive. Just start with Ankara of 7,000, just in case you finish sewing and I say it's not good, so I don't get discouraged. You can buy those cheap Ankaras, and the color should not be too heavy, so that I can see your stitching lines and I can correct you. Do you understand? And also I would like to chip it in at this point that if you make mistakes and maybe from the lessons you watch further and you can see that, oh, I need to correct this. Or maybe for those who reach out to me personally, I will drop my number on the screen. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. For those who reach out to me personally and I correct your work, please don't feel bad. The correction is directed towards the work, not to you. And me correcting whatever you do that is not right is to ensure that you get it done better. And the end result is what will make you happy. Do you understand? So that's all about tools. Okay, what other thing do we need? You will need your pressing iron. Everybody knows iron, right? You need your pressing iron. So you will need what other thing? Pressing table, you know, and a few other things. So if there's anything you'll be needing in addition to the things I've mentioned, I will let you know as we progress. So thank you for staying with me. I will see you in the next class. Thank you.